Welcome to Jake and Trev Review Everything Live. I'm Trev.
And I'm Jake.
And here we are. It's week 36. Another big one. That's a divisible by 12.
Wait, 36?
Yeah.
It's also divisible by 3 and 4.
My God. What have we done?
I don't know, man.
We're breaking the system. Okay. So, let's see. We got a big shoe for you tonight. We got a few things to talk about in the Interestosphere.
Mm-hmm. And, obviously, if you're here, ask us questions. We always like to take your questions. We can get any questions on Facebook, which is okay, because we know you guys will ask us questions.
Mm-hmm.
We know you'll ask us questions.
We know what you'll do.
Yeah.
Before you do it.
If you know what's good for you.
If you know.
I'm not threatening or anything, so there's that. But,
It's coming along here. Okay, so what should we just launch into it while these folks get their stuff parceled together here?
Something that's been shared a lot on the Facebooks, on wherever you tumble or tweet or whatever. It's the internet.
Guys, the future has arrived, according to this website.
And it's hoverboards.
Hovertech, HUVRTECH.com. You can go there and you can check out this supposed website from the Hovertech group, who are a group that is supposedly comprised of talented MIT researchers who have cracked the code and have figured out how to present hover technology in board format. This is Back to the Future 2 come to life, is what they're telling us.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a thing.
No. Well, here's the thing. Hover technology was mastered in film format some years ago in a skateboarding video called Girl Yeah Right, which was directed by Spike Jonze, who recently nabbed an Oscar for the original screenplay for Her. So, Oscar Award winner, did it already. It's over. It's not over. This is cool. It's neat.
It's neat. Yeah, they got about a 5-minute video, 4.5-minute video here.
They got Christopher Lloyd on it.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd shows up. Moby as a theoretical celebrity.
Wait, who?
It's the Great White Whale.
Oh, okay.
And the hoverboard works so well that it will even hover him.
The albino whale.
Yes.
That is just a symbolism. For man.
Well, Jake, I mean, I don't think I'm going out on a limb here to say that Herman Melville's Moby Dick is a dense symbolist tome that is a very straightforward story about a man who is hunting a whale, and that's all it's really about.
Oh, okay.
You're reading too deeply into it, Jake. You're trying to see symbols where there isn't one there.
I'm sorry. I thought it had meaning. I guess it's just a dude hunting a whale,
right? With
his buddy Q.
Yeah, that's all it is. Okay, but yeah, so it kind of swept up on the social medias today.
Yeah,
a lot of people were excited about it. There's nothing on the website or in the video that admits to it being a falsehood.
But come on.
Various internet sleuths quickly figured out that it was in fact a bit of a hoax or
Funny or Die, I believe, was
Funny or Die. In fact, the person that broke the news to me that it is officially a hoax. I mean, I didn't really think that they were doing hoverboards. At first, I read the headline. They seemed real serious. I was like, I'm gonna watch this.
Maybe it's like a fake hoverboard.
Sure, I'm gonna check it out because I remember that there was a talk about Mattel putting out hoverboards, but they'd be non-functioning hoverboards, but they would look exactly like the hoverboard.
Which would be sweet. I would totally have one.
You'd still buy one.
I'm a huge nerd. I love replicas.
Right. So
give me a replica.
So there was talk about it, and so I thought this might be connected. And you watch it for a little while, and then you're like, nah, no way, no. See that trick was too outrageous. There's no way.
Yeah.
Your claims are unbelievable, but Peanut Butter Disaster's own movie doctor broke the news to me and said, no, it's officially a hoax. It's a Funny or Die thing. So
yeah.
It's interesting and worth a watch.
Which may be connected, but Christopher Lloyd has done Funny or Die videos.
Yeah, didn't he do Gobstopper?
Yeah, it was the horror reimagining of Willy Wonka. Yeah.
So he's down for some parody and
which is
kind
awesome.
of poking fun and so forth. So yeah.
That seems to be a popular thing.
It's a good thing. So, long story short, bad news. Still no hoverboards.
Yeah.
Not. I mean, and here's the fact: if it was real, it would probably cost more than a car.
Maybe a little more than a car.
Right. I mean,
maybe a lot more than a car.
I'm just trying to put it in perspective. Everyone's thinking, well, I'm going to get me a hoverboard, and it's like, you ain't getting you a hoverboard. You'll get you a hoverboard in like 10 years when they've dropped the price on them a little bit. This is going to be a toy for the unfathomably wealthy.
I feel like hover technology in general is one of those things. Like, there are plenty of things that scientists have wanted for a really long time.
Sure.
Like flying cars, hoverboards, like that kind of shit. I feel like most of the things that sci-fi had come up with, like obviously, if you're on the internet, you know that people constantly dip back into the well for like, hey, look at all these things on Star Trek that are a real thing now, like iPads and communicators and shit like that. And it's like, yes, obviously, sci-fi writers and sci-fi shows and books, I oftentimes predict the future because they know what people, what will be functional. But hover and flying car, like that kind of technology, it's not practical, really.
No.
Yeah,
I don't want. I hate being the bearer of bad news.
Have you seen how a hovercraft operates? It's basically a big whoopee cushion under like a go-kart.
It's constantly farting hot air down, pushing your vehicle with fart power up into the air, and you kind of scoot around. It's no good.
Yeah, it's not practical.
It's not practical.
It's not glamorous.
You're not going to fly around.
It's not going
to... Billy Zane got pulled out of the archives for
out of mothballs to bring him in for this.
Well, I mean, I have to assume.
Yeah.
I feel like his specialty is like bizarre cameos now. Like the last memory I have of Billy Zane, and this isn't chronological. I'm sure he was in some big movie more recently than that. But whenever I think Billy Zane, I always think of Zoolander. His appearance in Billy Zane seemed to say, Billy Zane is right. You should probably listen to him. He seems pretty cool. It's like, yeah, I guess Billy Zane does kind of seem
cool. Was that your Owen Wilson channeling Matthew McConaughey?
Little bit.
Welcome to a new segment on the show.
You should listen to your friend. He seems pretty cool.
Well, welcome to our new segment on the show. Jake and Trev do impressions of people doing impressions.
Okay, Jake, you're up next. It's Robert De Niro doing a Christopher Walken impression.
Would you rather have a tail or the ability to fly?
For those of you who don't know, Jay Moore once told a legendary story about working with Christopher Walken on the set of the movie Suicide Kings. Good movie. Excellent if you haven't seen it. And apparently Christopher Walken's the kind of guy who just walks up to you and asks you the weirdest random shit. And supposedly, according to Jay Moore, he got walked up to by Christopher Lee. That'd be cool too.
Oh my God.
Christopher Walken, and Christopher Walken says, Jay,
would you rather have a tail or the ability to fly? See, that was my Jay Moore doing.
That was Jay Moore doing Christopher Walken. See, and that's the thing a lot of people don't know. A lot of your most popular caricatures, like, your impressions of people, are actually somebody else's impression of that person.
Probably Saturday Night Live.
Almost always.
Almost
always.
It's somebody from Saturday Night Live doing an impression.
Okay, Jamie Ganzel writes, question, if you were going to be turned into a bear, what kind of bear would you want to be?
Drop bear.
A drop bear.
They're the most vicious bears.
Oh my God, they'll just fall right on you from the trees, just tear up your face, and then go to sleep.
Don't go into the outback.
It's a land of nightmares?
It's full of people that need gas for their gasoline punk mobiles.
Yeah. Remember actually I was thinking about that the other day, now that you mention it too, I'll bring it up. Mad Max is diesel punk, essentially.
Oh God.
It's gasoline punk.
Oh.
Too bad.
It's nothing punk. It's punk. They got dudes in, like, suits and mohawks.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
That was my Lord Humongous impersonation. You put so you can kind of see through, you know.
Just walk away. That's my South Park. That's my Matt Stone or Trey Parker. I don't know who does what impression of the guy from Mad Max. See, all the impressions you know
or somebody else's impression.
Yeah.
Okay. In answer to the question.
Incepted.
Impressioned.
Inception.
Okay. I would be a Kung Fu Panda. Next question. Kung Fu Panda. Come on! I mean, that bear knows Kung Fu! What do you want?
And he's Jack Black.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
Yeah.
Now I have to be in Goosebumps.
Hey, I'm R.L. Stein! I don't know how to do a Jack Black impression.
Yeah. Do R.L. Stein doing Jack Black, doing an R.L. Stein being Kung Fu Panda. Go.
My brain just fucking melted.
It's all done. It's all done. Okay. Keep your question coming, guys. Phyllis Peterson writes, I need more cowbells. I think we all need more cowbells. Everyone.
We got a fever. The only thing that can cure it.
The only prescription. That was what sold the joke to me, I think, was his use of the word prescription there.
Yeah.
Guys, pro tip in comedy, sometimes funny joke and unfunny joke, what it separates is word choice.
Yeah, it's true.
What's the word you chose to go with there?
It's timing, it's word choice. How you phrase it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's all very nuanced. Okay, in other news, let's save that one. Yeah. Patrick Wilson circles Marvel's Ant-Man. Who?
See, I kind of know Patrick Wilson.
I know his face.
Yeah,
if you showed me like a flashcard.
I'm trying to think of what movie that he's been in because he was in it was a recent horror movie that came out. The Happening, The Haunting, the Spooky Ghost.
Oh yeah.
Spooky Ghost
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. He was in The Conjuring.
Also, he
played one half of the real life fake ass ghost hunting team.
The real life, not real ghost hunting team.
The fucking. Yeah.
Hey, look!
Scam artists. They were scam artists.
Look, I'd like to go drive around the country telling everybody I know things about ghosts, and then preying on people who are desperate enough because they're so scared of their ghost situation, or at least their spooky old house situation, that they'll give me money and let me act like I'm some kind of expert. I mean, I don't know. Man, I don't want to go out on a limb. If you guys think that all the old, like, all these possessions and, like, poltergeist
he was in Prometheus, too.
Yeah, who was he?
Yeah, and in Insidious Chapter 2. Wait, no, he was in Insidious 1.
Yeah. Well, he's...
Why does it only say... Oh, my God, Variety.
Get it together. Anyway, yeah, he's apparently in talks to land the last major role in Marvel's Ant-Man.
What does it say?
It doesn't say who he's playing.
Plot details are still vague. Yeah. From Variety.
See,
from the mouth of Variety, babes.
We talked a little bit about
this. Which are like old dumpy guys.
We talked about this in recent weeks about how, like, the reports of these non-stories, you know...
Guess what? This person... to be fair, Variety is kind of like... I don't know if we said this on camera last week. Variety is kind of like the stock...
The Wall Street Journal.
It's the Wall Street Journal for movies and TV, so... It's always, like, stocks go up and down depending on who's part of what. Mm-hmm. But, like, it's more like media stock rather than actual stock. And probably actual stock, too.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Absolutely.
So, I don't know. It's very boring.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are rarely any exciting things on Variety besides this person is doing this movie.
I guess...
Go to Variety and browse around if you really need something to help you sleep at night.
You're right. I guess for me, this is really just like a springboard to talk a little bit more about Ant-Man. I was reading on Marvel's not their Wikipedia page, the Wikipedia page concerning the
Wikipedia page that has all of the knowledge of the world.
That's right.
Like the
Wikipedia page. No,
you had to scroll down quite a bit.
No, the Marvel Cinematic Universe media page, or the Wikipedia page, and they have a list of what's been out already, what's coming out, Okay. Coming up here, of course, we got Captain America and the Winter Soldier. What?
No, just they have a grid. Go to the Wikipedia. Go to Marvel Cinematic Universe. Type that in.
Right, and scroll down a little bit.
You'll see this this breakdown, and they have Phase 1, which is like 6 movies, and then they have Phase 2, which is 5 movies.
Starting with Iron Man 3, then Thor: The Dark World, The Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Avengers 2: Age of Ultron.
And then the Phase 3 is 1 movie, and it's Ant-Man.
I
that's
hope
not
that
a very strong Phase 3.
I hope that that's just that they're not looking for far forward. I hope that that's... But also I hope that that is literally their only plan for Phase 3. See, they know the bubble's going to burst, and they're going to try to burst it with everyone's least favorite character, Hank Pym.
Yeah. Because, okay, let's drop some comic book knowledge here.
Okay.
Hank Pym, originally Ant-Man, he became Giant Man later. He invented something called the Pym particle, which basically is some bullshit science thing that makes you grow big or small depending on how you want him to work. He was married to Janet Pym, who was the Wasp, who had similar powers except for she could fly as the Wasp. I don't think she ever got big either.
If I remember correctly, I was reading about this. It's kind of fucked up. I think that Dr. Pym may have grafted insect wings onto her.
Well, that begins the segue into this part, which is he's most notoriously known as a wife abuser.
Yes.
In the comic books. There was a storyline.
Apparently, if you see the Wasp's back when she's a normal human size, she has a teeny tiny pair of insect wings that are on her back.
Oh, and then when she gets small,
then they're large enough for her to fly on them.
That's fucked up.
It is! It's fucked up! That's what I'm saying!
That's some fucking human centipede shit right there.
Oh, God. Like it's fucking gross-ass human experimentation and shit. Ugh. No, Pym sucks. Nobody likes him.
Well, yeah, he was kind of like how people should see Reed Richards, but don't. Where he's too involved in his work and he abuses his wife like emotionally and physically. And at some point they kind of like, I think he became a villain because he was so angsty.
Yeah, there were
lots
of turns in there. And of course, he made Ultron in the original comics.
He if you're a super scientist, you have to create something at some point that even you can't control.
Right.
Because you're not God. And, playing with science is like trying to be God. Because that's, what has science wrought?
Well, I'm sure a lot of you have heard the phrase describing Dr. Stephen Strange, Dr. Strange of Marvel, the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, there was kind of a thing that they were pushing for a little while. What was that Hank Pym was Earth's Scientist Supreme, which was also somehow like an official title that was like bestowed upon him by some otherworldly like force.
Really?
Yes. And there was the argument was that he was the best scientist on Earth somehow, even though Reed Richards makes much more fantastical and varied things that don't constantly blow up in his fucking face.
Yeah. But one of the things that blew up in his fucking face was Ultron.
Right. In fact, it blew up in everybody's fucking face.
Real hard. How many Ultrons? I know there were a few too. It wasn't just one.
They're on like
in the
Ultron
official 8 or 9.
Yeah, in the official continuity, they're way up there.
Well, before Marvel now.
That's like a misunderstood thing. Like I had to read through. I had to slog through multiple explanation articles to pin down exactly what Marvel now is.
It's Marvel now,
right? But it's not a reboot. They're not actually wiping out any continuity with it. It's just a new strategy for pushing things forward. It's new number 1 issues.
Yeah.
Resetting the clock on that. And then swapping words around, which is how you ended up with things like
the Spider-Man Amazing.
Well, no, the Superior Spider-Man, the Uncanny Avengers.
Well, the Superior Spider-Man.
The Uncanny Avengers, though.
Oh, okay.
Where there are certain Marvel words that you typically associate with a certain team.
X-Men, Incredible Hulk.
Astonishing is another X-Men descriptor. But now they're moving. Now they're. I think that I saw one was the Mighty Hulk.
Like the Mighty Thor.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, it's, I don't know, like, it's kind of a weird thing.
Somebody
like,
got really fucking lazy over there, apparently.
Someone was fucking, like, smoking, like,
whoa! You know...
Hold on, guys!
Listen,
No, hold on! Hold on! Hold on! No,
dude,
hold on!
Dude. What if it was the Uncanny Avengers?
Whoa!
What? Oh my god.
Anyway.
They're rolling up old fucking Kirby Silver Surfer and smoking that shit. What did Kirby put in this?
Oh man, this shit's flat out cosmic, bro.
Whoa. I'm seeing those like spots you see.
The Kirby crackle, bro.
I sincerely hope there's a strain of marijuana called the Kirby Crackle.
Seriously, any marijuana growers that are watching the show right now, I want you to create a new strain that's just straight up fucking cosmic, man.
It's like a
the Kirby
in space,
bro. The Kirby Crackle. No, but seriously, guys, if you go to Google image search and you look up Kirby Crackle, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
It's like the black spots.
It's so classic at this point and so imitated that
like,
you didn't know it had a name.
Galactus has it.
The Kirby Crackle.
Kirby Crackle.
Oh man, with a K, double
Kirby
K.
Crackle. There it
is. You do a little image thing. Yeah, you'll see what we're talking about. It's that sort of energy effect.
Black spots. It's like black spots.
Oh, it's delicious. I love it.
Baller.
But in any case...
Oh yeah, name your weed Kirby Crackle, please.
Please. Also acceptable Silver Surfer. In tonight's episode, Jake and I are just going to sit around for the rest of the time and tell you what would be some sweet comic book inspired name for dope strains. Sound good? Okay, let's go.
Destroyer of Worlds.
Oh, shit, yes. Psycho Man. I want Psycho Man. The All-Winner Squad?
The All-Winner Squad.
Okay, no, I made a post about this the other day.
Oh, yeah.
For those of you who don't know, like way back in the day when there were timely comics, Marvel Comics had, their own, they had an Avengers way back when then. First one was called The Invaders. Yeah. And it was primarily Captain America.
That was a pre-Marvel Captain America.
The original Human Torch.
Who was a robot.
And the Submariner, Namor.
Yeah. Who did not start as a bad guy.
Right.
If you're familiar with the more modern day comics, he's generally the arch-villain of Reed Richards specifically, because he totally wants to hit that Sue Storm.
He wants to get in on that. It's true.
Underwater.
Sativa Lee Marvel.
See, you shouldn't wear those. He's got those winged Speedos. That's so great. Or wait, no, he's got wings on his ankles, and then the scaled Speedos.
Well, here's the thing that you may not know about Namor, guys. Namor is a half Atlantean, half mutant. So he's not even
like.
I
thought he was half Atlantean, half human.
No, sir. He is half Atlantean, half mutant human, like the X-Men. Which is why he so often, in modern comics, ends up teaming up with the X-Men, and that technically speaking, there are two sources of his powers. His ability to breathe underwater and his superior strength and reflexes and so forth is from his Atlantean heritage, and his mutant ability is the ability to fly.
Oh, weird. Yeah, because he's got, that always confused me about the Submariner.
It's a confusing kind of thing. I mean, it's not like you're looking at him and he's like, why is this Atlantean flying around? But that's why. So.
My dad came up with a name for a strain of Marvel or DC, of comic book inspired marijuana. Sativa Lee Marvel. Like Stan Lee, but like Sativa Lee.
Sativa Lee. Very nice.
I like it.
I like it.
It fumbles off the tongue. That's what it does to you, apparently, when you smoke it.
And you're like, what's this called, man? Oh, man. Nobody can ever act like they're high correctly. It's all, oh, man. That's how it is. I understand. from what I've read in government literature.
That's like you worked one too many summers at a funhouse at a fair. Like that's how you laugh now. Is because you did. Like you did it so long that's permanently how your laugh turned.
Ooh.
Was it worth $5.20 an hour?
No.
Probably not.
Get a government pension for that. Wow, I think we tangented pretty far from our discussion here.
But yeah, there's an movie coming out.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see. What else is in the news? Let me check. Let's check the fan zone. Anything? Any other comments?
The embarrassing bright X-Men, or the embarrassing bright X-Men. Yeah.
Phyllis Peterson writes, viewed the new Hunger Games movie and thought it was pretty good. What are your thoughts?
I have not seen the new Hunger Games.
I have somehow dodged that bullet. My wife is a big fan of the Hunger Games. She really enjoyed it. I had to hear that whistle around the house for some time. Anyway, had to endure that for some time. Haven't gotten the chance to see it. And what's interesting now is that I want to see it a fair amount. And here's why. It's one of the last examples we're going to get from Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
That's that whole angle on things.
Well, I want to see, what was it? What was it? He was in a movie with Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix.
J&TRE?
Back to Marvel again! No, yeah, he was in that movie. It was the Master.
Mm-hmm.
And that looked pretty good.
Sure.
I'm still, like, I've only seen the trailer for the second Hunger Games movie.
Guys, Jake's
man.
dad's playing along with the Marvel and DC weed strains here. Also, he submits Booster Maui Gold. That's that's futuristic and tropical. I like it. But yeah.
No, shit, what were you? It was too funny, and I forgot what we were talking about. Wait. Oh, no, still don't have it.
Oh, the Master. You were talking about the Master.
The Master. Oh, I was talking specifically about the Hunger Games. I haven't seen the second movie. The trailer looks a lot... Oh, okay, and you know how people have been saying that the Hunger Games are closely related to Battle Royale. It was a Japanese film. They didn't release it in the States for, what, like 10 or 15 years? I think it was like 10 years.
It was sometime, yeah.
It was, or maybe not 10 years. It was a while ago. It was basically the same thing, except for it wasn't really about like a caste system or anything like that. But it was still kind of a governmental regime kind of deal.
Right.
Like they were taking over and making kids kill each other. And then but that had more than one installment. A lot of people forget because we really only got the one movie that was really popular, and then anybody that stuck around, they had manga based on it, or the movie was based on the manga. They had like 2 and 3, Battle Royale 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. And later on, the kids that escaped the first Battle Royale start fighting against the regime. Which, from the trailer, again, I haven't read the books of the Hunger Games or anything like that, but from the second trailer, it looks like they're kind of like trying to break down the system that's brought on the Hunger Games. So it's very, thematically, it feels kind of similar.
Yeah, but I mean, in their defense, what's her name? Someone confirm this if you know it. I believe the author is Suzanne Collins.
Yeah.
Swish. Anyway, I think in Suzanne Collins' defense, the thing is that if you have a story like this where people are put together in like a combat and it's kind of forced, like lottery or whatever else, and it's a big whole entertainment for an oppressive regime thing. If you want to continue the story past the I survived the thing, then there's really only so many directions you can go with it.
You can't just do another game.
Right, you have to start fighting against the system that has brought it along seems like
the next logical step.
Right.
That makes sense. That is a
DC strain. Some DC bud. See, that's only for real experts. But in any case,
no, that would be the companion strain. That would be the Blue Beetle bud.
Ooh.
Blue Beetle bud, Booster Mountain Gold.
Oh man, that's a team up if I've ever seen one. Make a tasty salad out of that. Okay. Moving along, ABC looks for fanboy boost with Marvel Studios assembling a universe special.
This is also from Variety.
Apparently they're
Got a lot from Variety this week. There's not a whole lot from affiliated or...
We checked our usual sources, and that's a whole lot of not news.
Yeah.
I think somehow in like the entertainment world is following suit with the general thing with movies right now, where there's not a lot.
It's like, oh, this person's been cast in this movie.
I got nothing to talk about. There's no news.
No news.
There's no news.
It was like we were looking on, what was it, The Escapist? Escapist magazine, we talk about it a lot, because we go there a lot. But there was an article about the creator of Papers, Please. It's an indie game that was on Steam. Excellent game. Trevor and I played it.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, I wouldn't say fun.
Well,
it's fun in that it has a really good narrative. You don't enjoy it the way like you enjoy a summer day or a good ice cream.
Right. It's a more nuanced enjoyment than that. But it's an interesting game, and apparently the creator is
like, I'm done with this, dude. Like, I made it, I spent way too much time on it. But
well,
that's like any indie game creator.
But
There's
I mean,
so many.
The narrative of the story until they actually started quoting him was more negative, I felt, than what his actual quotes were.
Yeah.
And they were trying to imply,
I'm
sick to death of this.
Oh,
and then he had just basically said, I think I'm going to go try to do something that's not this next, and then... maybe do a PC or do like a special port or something for for PlayStation.
It wasn't like the guy who made Fez.
And then
where he's like, I quit.
Right.
It feels like that seems to be the story of indie gamers. Like, how far can indie programmers? How far can you push an indie programmer as an audience until they just quit? Because Phil Fish basically proved to us that there's a breaking point. So now that's going to be in the video game news forever. If you follow video game news, it's probably going to come up a bunch. Somebody makes a popular game, how long until their fans make them crack? Let's find out. That should be a reality show. I wouldn't watch it, but it would be popular.
But anyway, yeah.
Copyright. Jake and Trevor review everything.
Right. So ABC is doing a Marvel special, Assembling a Universe. It's going to be kind of coming up here on March 18th, and it's going to include some sneak peeks of the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and also the Avengers: Age of Ultron.
They haven't really. Are there even stills for that yet?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. If you guys have seen any, give us a heads up.
Right. But this leads into something that we were meaning to talk to you guys about. It's time to get real. It's time to get serious. And in fact...
Oh, it's time for real talk.
It's time to get real, you guys. And
that's why we have chairs with backs, by the way.
I mean really real.
Time to get really real.
Marvel is a hoarder, you guys. Marvel is a hoarder. They have a serious problem, and we think that we all need to kind of collectively...
We need to go... I feel like, have you ever... If you've seen the show Hoarders, it's basically people with too much shit in their house. Either it's garbage or old stuff or whatever. Yeah. And they can't get rid of any of it, and we feel that Marvel is doing that with their properties, as far as, like, television or movies or things like that. Like,
well, because they have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
We're gonna do, in real talk fashion, we're going to do an intervention play that outlines the dangers of hoarding all of your properties and not using any of them.
Okay, I'll represent Marvel in this.
Okay.
In this
I will be the interventioner.
Okay.
All right. Well, to start off, see, you got a lot of stuff here. I know.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
I know, but okay.
It's all really good too.
Well, yeah, but what you need to do is you need to let some of it into other property. Let's start with the Avengers, right? You have a good base. You let the Avengers out. You have a good base of Avengers. All right. Well, I see over in this pile that you have some mystical characters from Marvel. Okay, you have a huge stack. I found this under the pile. This is a Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna.
Well, no, I want to save Doctor Strange because I'm gonna make a movie about Doctor Strange at some point.
Well, you could,
and he needs to be fresh for that.
Well, what if we put him like in part of like maybe he has a scene in Agent?
Well, no, I mean I don't want to introduce him like that. I mean I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Okay, it's okay. I'll put him back. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
How about we start a little smaller? Let's do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Okay. You have a huge back room here. Looks to be an old kid's room, but it is just filled. It's filled to the rafters with characters. Okay.
I got so many.
And teams. Okay. So
and I love them all.
Oh, and I know you do, Marvel. I know you do.
I love them all.
But we gotta get rid of some of the stuff. Okay. Just work with me. Okay. All right. You let Deathlock out. And you let Graviton.
And you know, I'm having second thoughts.
No, it's good. But how about let's see, maybe a couple of these second tier heroes.
Oh,
can we put those in Shield?
Well, I mean, this is the Swordsman, and obviously I have big plans for the Swordsman.
Marvel. When's the last time you used Swordsman?
Well, I mean, he was in the Avengers in the mid-90s.
Okay. But we're doing movies now and TV. Okay. So why don't we take him and we.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just not comfortable.
If you're not gonna work with me, like I'll come back later. You just think about it. All right. Wait, hold on. One more. Okay. You got all these super teams in here, okay?
Yeah, I got a lot of them.
I'm not obviously a lot of Avengers out. That's a big step. How about we do West Coast Avengers, okay? What about this team? What if we do it like?
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, we already have War Machine, okay?
I mean, in Marvel's Phase 8 of the cinematic universe.
See, the problem is that you're assuming that there's going to be a Phase 8.
Wait, you mean the superhero movie bubble isn't going to last forever? And that eventually people will lose interest in me as a general thing? And so then there won't be any market for any of these things I'm saving for later? Seriously, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, but the crux of this is it's not going to last forever.
It's not. And quit saving your shit. It's over. Quit teasing your stuff. We did an It's Over about teasing things. Like the Sinestro thing where it's like, oh, I'm Sinestro now. It took me a whole movie, but next movie, canceled. You don't get Sinestro for you. You don't get a Sinestro.
Good job building that up.
Yeah.
And Marvel has the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a on television, like, hour-long advertisement for all the Marvel shit you're doing, and they're just so scared to put a character you fucking heard of before on the program. Graviton? I mean,
who gives a shit about Graviton?
Deathlock? Deathlock? I can't even know. I can't remember what it's fucking called.
It's like Dethlock.
Yeah, Deathlock. Great. Who fucking cares about Deathlock? And see, that's the thing. These fucking fourth-tier fucking characters are the only ones that they'll let out of the vault and be on the Avengers, or be on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Marvel, we know you watched Kevin Feige, we know you watched the show. Okay, alright? So we're talking to you. Just let him out. Air him out, let him out. It'll make it stronger in the end. You've already got a really strong tie together for all your movies. You have a TV show that ties to the movies. When is the last time you ever heard of that? And
I can't think of one.
And it's successful. But it's not going to be successful forever. TV doesn't last forever. Movie serials don't last forever.
Mm-hmm.
They can. Okay? They can. You're going to hit a spot where people just, there's going to be one movie. It's going to be one movie that you overhype because you hype all of your movies. And it's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouth, and when the next thing comes out, no matter how good it is, if it's better or worse than the last movie, it's going to have less of a return. And eventually you're going to hit that wall. And you're going to have to put it back in your closet and take it out in another 10 years, because it's going to happen.
That's how it's going to work, guys.
I love Marvel movies. I'm not happy about it. if it were up to me and not the general audience, I would be watching Marvel movies the rest of my life. I'd be 80 years old and it'd be like Avengers 27.
I'd have 4 fucking Marvel movies coming out every year, building up the universe, doing fucking crossovers, doing fucking big events and shit.
It would be like comic books on the big screen. They're basically doing that now, which is fucking awesome.
That's exactly what they have to do. Is bring the full fucking, epic experience.
Put it all out.
Put it all up there and out there. And, it's a lot of ducks to get in a row. There's no argument there. But, don't fucking fail for lack of imagination, Marvel. You
have so many properties. Come on. Come on. And maybe, we know how hard it is for, movie properties to get tied up, development hell, that kind of stuff.
Oh, sure.
Recently, I don't know if we talked about this or not, the creator of Rocket Raccoon...
We mentioned it, but we're going to mention it again.
Yeah, the creator of Rocket Raccoon is...
I'm going to go get some coffee.
He just recently came out of a coma? Was that what it was?
No, he's been in a coma for some time.
Yeah, so... A lot of people have been stressing, Rocket Raccoon is in this movie, and he was created by a man who needs, dire financial help because of his health situation. And, check that out if you get a chance. If you know anybody that can donate money, that would be cool. But, it's weird in that way because there are a lot of creators of a lot of characters. It's not just the company. Generally you create a character and then the company can reuse it, but they generally have a better permission system than what they did in the 1940s where they totally screwed over the creators of Superman for 80 years. That's a fucking story. But not for now. That's a long and sordid affair that we don't have, 20
There's too much show left.
Too much show left. So, anyways, maybe that's it. Maybe the creators of the characters are I don't know if I want my character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but if you create comic books and you had a chance to see your character on the big screen with people that know what they're doing, it's not like the original Nick Fury or, the original Punisher or, it's not a cash grab. Well, it is a cash grab. They're all cash grabs. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, these are competent writers and directors who know what they're doing. Why wouldn't you want your character on the big screen? Unless you're Alan Moore. In which case, take a flying fuck. Because Alan Moore doesn't want any of your movie bullshit.
Other suggested titles for some comic strains include Doctor Strange's Mystical Ganja and Incredible Hulk's Gamma Ganja. It'd be super green. Let's see. Glory to Arstotzka. Yes, glory to Arstotzka. Entry is not guaranteed.
Arstotzka, I have a feeling your whole family's going down. Arstotzka rules! Oof.
Let's see. I don't think we mentioned this yet. This is kind of interesting news.
I got excited. Wait, read it so I can get excited again.
Constantine is getting a guardian angel for his TV series.
What? Constantine's going to be a TV series? Sweet!
Literally.
What?
Literally.
Oh, literally, yeah.
But yeah. No, Constantine is getting a TV series. For those of you guys who do not know, or think you know, here's the thing. A couple years back,
you think you know.
A couple years back, there was the Constantine.
10 years ago, dude.
Shh.
I hate to date us.
Okay, a few years. Several years. Several years ago.
It was when Shia LaBeouf was, young.
Several years ago, there was the Keanu Reeves vehicle, Constantine, where he played John Constantine, a sort of occultist, supernatural detective sort of guy.
Jake is going to review this movie. I liked it.
I liked it too.
It
was pretty enjoyable. Those of you who are unaware, it is based on a comic on the
DC's Vertigo line.
Yep, the Hellblazer series by. Let's see, was that, I want to say that's Alan Moore, no, maybe, who created
it? was Alan Moore.
Okay, now we gotta
look it up. Anyways, Constantine's getting his own TV series, which is awesome, and it's going to be on NBC. Now showing after Parks and Recreation and Community, now we're gonna watch Constantine. How are they gonna even, and Trev was saying earlier. Oh, was it Alan Moore?
It was created by Alan Moore
and Steve Bissett
and John Toddleman. But in any case, yes, partially by Alan Moore, everyone's favorite comics hermit. But yeah, he was made to look like Sting.
Yeah.
He's a blonde-haired Englishman, and in the Constantine movie, he of course became a dark-haired American.
West Coast American. As far from Britain as you can get.
Pretty much. And so, yeah, and that's now the kind of question is exactly what kind of Constantine we're going to get.
Yeah, on
here.
NBC. See, that's the other thing. It's DC's Vertigo line.
It's mature.
Vertigo is for mature audiences.
This is not a kid's comic.
Yeah.
Okay? And, yeah, NBC is a great place for comedies. That's where I go for my comedy when I'm looking on TV, looking for, sitcoms and stuff.
Top tier comedies.
Community, NBC. Parks and Rec, 30 Rock was a big one for a long time. Yeah, I mean, you guys don't act like you don't know. That's where you go. Yeah. It's NBC. Because you certainly wouldn't go to CBS, because I can't think of any really good programs that are on CBS.
60 Minutes, is that on CBS?
Well, we're talking about comedy. See, there's nothing that's really funny on CBS.
They do this thing where they don't talk about anything I care about, and I laugh really hard.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Tick, 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 tick. I just make fart sounds every time the clock ticks.
See, that's funny. You should be on CBS, and then they'll have something.
Next on CBS.
But in any case,
Jake makes fart sounds with his mouth. I mean, that'd be the funniest thing on CBS. Yeah.
I mean, and let me hear what you guys think. I don't think this is a difficult call to make. I'm not acting like some kind of fucking expert because I had the foresight to see this. But there are 4 places for mature content on television right now.
Hit us, number 1.
HBO.
Yeah, obviously.
2, Showtime.
Yeah, also obviously.
Okay. I don't think is Cinemax even a channel anymore?
I don't know.
We're not counting them.
I have the internet now, so I don't watch Cinemax. So
HBO and Showtime, right? 3, AMC.
Oh yeah, we skipped. Okay, yeah, AMC.
AMC and FX.
Not the FX.
Yes, they do mature content. I understand that. I understand.
I know they do. It's Always Sunny. I haven't. I
understand Hell's Angels. No, what are they called?
Hell on Wheels.
No. What the fuck are they called? Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of Anarchy.
I understand that Sons of Anarchy is
Hellboy on a motorcycle.
Right. I think that I heard that they're a little graphic and kind of more adult themed. It's that's from hardest to softest.
Yeah.
In order.
Yeah.
HBO, you're getting fucking everything, and same thing with Showtime.
Yeah.
And AMC is kind of brutal and as mature as it's going to get on regular television.
But NBC just, we're going to... I have a feeling, and I'm going to call this. I want this to be an earmark on our live show videos.
Open it up.
Right there. I have a feeling that Constantine, if on NBC, which it obviously is, it is going to be more neutered than Supernatural. It's going to be basic... because if you know about Constantine and you've seen Supernatural, then you know they're basically the same thing, except for John Constantine, Hellblazer, is more like a guy who doesn't give a shit. He's...
It would have to be harsher and less safe than Supernatural to work correctly.
Right.
And I would remind everyone that, Supernatural has some pretty had some dark stuff every once in a while. I remember at the end of one of the seasons, Dean's dead, and he's in hell being suspended by chains that are dug into his flesh, and he's just screaming Sam's name over and over again. It got kind of dark, and and it couldn't be any less dark than that. And any way you slice it, NBC is not the home for a series like this.
No.
What do you guys think? Can NBC do a dark, gritty, fucking supernaturally driven mystery show? Is that something they can do? Tell me. Go in the comment. Tell me. What do you think?
Yeah, go. Tell us. Tell us.
Tell us your secrets.
Tell us your secrets. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing. So Constantine, yeah.
Yeah.
Person.
Let's get rid of that. Person of the week and monster of the week.
Oh, wow. How'd he pull that? I already revealed it was a person and it was a man.
It's Zack Snyder. The monster and person of the week this week. How? How could he achieve such high lauded fucking honorary?
How about I'll do why is the person, you do.
Okay.
Is that cool?
That's fine.
All right. The reason Zack Snyder is the person of the week is because recently, and I'm just going to say this up front. I'm going to spoil my whole point here. Is that Watchmen as a movie, as a comic adaptation, excellent. Anybody who bitches about the ending or that it was a slave to the source material, I feel has their heads up their own butts. I'm sorry. That was an excellent graphic novel, and the only way you could really shit on it by making it into a movie is doing it your way, because obviously it wasn't meant to be done anybody else's way, because the graphic novel won fucking awards. What was it? Was it a Pulitzer? No.
The Eisner Award. I think it was the Eisner. No, it's a Pulitzer. No, what's it called? What's a
writing award?
Wow.
Hold on.
Guys, we're very sorry. I don't know what awards are right now. It's award for writing.
Wow. This keyboard is not working. Hold on.
Watchmen.
There we go. Thank you.
Hugo, maybe. No, that's for
awards.
God, this is
Legacy.
terrible.
Hold on. It won something for novel. Hold on. Okay.
It's on Time's list of,
No, Mouse won a Pulitzer Prize.
Hey Jake.
What?
Which what was it that Watchmen won?
It was a Hugo. Did you say it?
I called it. I said
Okay.
Hugo.
Yeah, they changed. I'm pretty sure they changed the entrance for that at some point for the Hugos. That was like the first time a graphic award won, and they were like, we need to make a new category or something.
Well, the Hugo Award is for serious-minded science fiction. Is essentially what it was established for.
Okay.
It's named after Hugo Gernsback, who's kind of a seminal science fiction writer from the day.
But yeah, so it won awards. There's a reason it won awards. So adapting that into a movie, it's kind of important to stay true to the feel of the comic.
Absolutely.
Which they did with flying colors.
Mm-hmm.
So Zack Snyder, total hero for doing that. But recently, he came out and said, guess who else had a script in the works? Terry Gilliam and Joel Silver.
Now, let me stop you there for a second. I don't think that anyone should misconstrue this and say that, like, Terry Gilliam is, like, a bad artist.
I love 12 Monkeys. I love Time Bandits.
Joel Silver can defend himself, but I'm going to I'm going to defend Terry Gilliam, not that I really need to, but it bears mentioning, he is a real visionary. He has, like, a very unique way and perspective on doing things.
Yeah.
His pictures are usually very interesting, but if he had done his version of Watchmen, Jake, how would that have turned out?
It would, according to Zack Snyder, he read the script and he was like, the ending was just, it didn't make any fucking sense.
It's Terry Gilliam nonsense.
Right. He's a silly, kind of mind fucker with her. Like that's.
Have you seen the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus?
Well, I haven't, but.
Oh.
But it's got it's basically like a Doctor Who.
Brazil,
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brazil. Good lord. No, but yeah, that's the whole deal. He fucks with your mind, and Watchmen's not. It's more of like a moral implication kind of.
Yeah, it does fuck with your mind, but it's not a Terry Gilliam mind fuck.
No. It would be like if you got like Tim Burton or Kevin Smith to do Watchmen. Like, they would do it in their own way, and Zack Snyder did it as close to the comic as anybody would do. So Zack Snyder said, I saved the movie from that shit pile of a script. He didn't say shit pile, I'm paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing.
But, he basically came out and defended his movie and said, listen, I made it because if anybody else would have made it, they would have totally fucked it up. So, your complaint, these are small nitpicks on the Watchmen movie compared to what it could have been. So,
right.
So that's why he's the hero. If we got a Terry Gilliam Watchmen, people would be way more pissed off about that.
And here is in a little bit shorter, since we're starting to run toward the end of our hour, a little bit shorter form, why he is the monster of the week. He is the producer and writer on 300: Rise of an Empire. Look, Mr. Snyder, I appreciate that you really probably enjoyed 300. Arguably, it's the movie that kind of made you. It's what let you do Watchmen and Man of Steel and everything else. But you know what? That was an encapsulated story. Everyone dies at the end of it. So you went back, and now you're doing kind of a prequel. But it's horse trash. I'm really shocked that you kind of went back to the fucking well on this one. Considering all of the money that you've been making and all the success you've had with some of your other movies and all the big profile stuff you've done here with Man of Steel, it's just kind of shocking that he's kind of gone back to the well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Monster of the Week. That's you.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad says, let's roll back here. My dad says, bring on Forge. Forge? Well, actually, I feel like Forge is probably going to be in the Days of Future Past. Maybe.
Most likely. We'll probably see him there.
Yeah, I mean, they already got Bishop and bunch of who's it's Cable. Why would I forget that? He's my buddy. Because I'm Deadpool.
I just was him for Halloween's.
Yeah.
I had costumes and everything.
I
had the costumes and all that. All right.
And then he also says Watchmen was supposed to be a statement that superheroes shouldn't always be moral. I have to disagree with you, Dad. I'm sorry. I feel like it was more about a statement about how superheroes can't always be moral. Not that they shouldn't.
It's an important distinction to make.
Yeah. Oh,
wow. This is funny.
I just read it now. You typed it before I said it, probably.
But because we know that you're not saying the things that we were hearing, the things that we say until like a minute after we say them, he actually corrected himself before Jake would have technically had the opportunity. So good on you. Good on you, Jake's dad. Okay, and I think the last thing we're going to mention here tonight is there's a new program that's going to be coming to Fox later on here. And
why not WB?
Good question. That's a great question. Well, there is no WB, to be fair. It's CW now, but it's basically still the WB. But yeah, why to Fox? I don't know. In any case, they're doing a show that's going to be based in Gotham City. I guess it's just going to be called Gotham. And here's the thing. Guys, and Jake, what's interesting?
Batman!
So wait, the only thing...
Batman.
But I mean...
Just Batman. Without Batman, there is no Gotham.
Oh. Because see, I thought that...
No, it's just Batman.
Well, I mean, the city's
it's
really...
Batman.
But there's long
Batman.
So, the real estate, the location
Batman.
of this location is Batman.
It's Batman.
It's always Batman.
I can't say Batman more than...
So, surely, this new Fox programs that's set in Gotham City...
No Batman.
Wait, what do you mean no Batman?
There's no Batman. There is a show on Fox called Gotham, based on Gotham City. The Gotham City that Batman is in. And this is when Bruce Wayne is a young child after his parents' death, but before he becomes Batman. And there's also a young Selina Kyle. That's not Catwoman either. She's just a kid that does crimes because that's what Selina Kyle did when she was a kid.
I like an article here, which is, again, from Variety. We leaned a little hard on Variety this week.
Yeah.
But they've mentioned that the execs who were talking about this wanted to stress to everyone that this actor who has been cast as Bruce Wayne, David Mazouz, Mazouz.
Zubilee David Zubilee Zoo.
David Zubilee Zoo. No, David Mazouz, I assume, who was in the show, what the hell is it called? Touch? The Fox drama with Kiefer Sutherland, Touch?
I've never fucking heard of that ever.
Okay. In any case, he has been cast as Bruce Wayne, but they wanted to stress that he will not ever become Batman in the show.
Not on my Gotham show! No Batman in my city. Who made this fucking show? Honestly, like, I could see a young Jim Gordon, like...
Yeah, it's going to focus largely on Gotham City Police Department.
We talked about this before the show, and I just had an epiphany about this show.
Oh my god, go.
This is the reason why it's on Fox. Because it's a detective drama that's thinly veiled with, like, a plot cliche, a twist on the regular, you know, like, oh, the detective's psychic, or oh, the detective has an eidetic memory. It's like, oh, this detective lives in Gotham City. It's just another detective drama, Trev.
Masquerading as something that people would be interested in.
What's the gimmick for your detective drama? Well, it's set in Gotham City.
Oh, is it with Batman?
No.
Not interested. Get it the fuck out of here. And then this whole idea that, okay, so then Selena Kyle's gonna be a kid, and then they're gonna meet Bruce Wayne and her, and then, like, again, that we're not getting Batman, but we're getting little kid Bruce Wayne. Like, anybody gives a shit about little kid Bruce Wayne. I want to do a call out here at the end of the broadcast to pop culture prophet and everyday wiseman Patton Oswalt, who had a wonderful bit about how George Lucas fucked everything up. And the premise being, George Lucas comes up to you and says, hey, I heard you liked this thing. Would you like to see how it's like when they're a little kid?
Hey, you like Batman?
Well, I love Batman. He's got the batarangs and the grapple hook, and he's like, you know, he's like fighting all the bad.
Batman as a little kid?
Well, no, I mean that would like kind of ruin like a lot of the appeal.
I'll show you Batman as a little kid.
Oh, please don't show me Batman when he was a little kid, Mr. Lucas. I do want to.
Here's Batman.
Oh, god damn it! He did it with Anakin.
Did you like Darth Vader?
He did it with Anakin.
Yeah.
He did it with Boba
Darth
Fett.
Vader as a little kid.
Yeah, you want to see Boba Fett? How about? Well, would you like to see Boba Fett? Here's little Boba Fett as a little kid.
Yeah. Pat Oswalt tells it better because it's his fucking joke.
It's his joke. I'm not going to sit here and give you the whole thing.
But yeah, you like Batman?
Yeah.
You want to see Batman as a little kid?
No. well, hold on. What does he do? Well, he's a little kid, and then he loses his parents, and then he's very sad. It's funny because that's his joke bit at the end of like the punchline of every description, and it actually fits perfectly in here.
Pat Oswalt.
So yes, now we all get to see Bruce Wayne as the little kid who loses his parents, and then he's very sad, and then he doesn't turn into Batman.
Not once.
Oh my god, the worst. Okay. So in any case,
it has been 1 hour, dude.
It has been 1 hour.
We are past 1 hour.
So that's the end of the broadcast. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're going to be here briefly with a little smoke for the after show, and then we'll see you all for the rest of until next week. I'm just out of words. I have no words. They should have sent a poet. For Jake and Trev Review Everything Live, I'm Trev.
And I'm Jake.
And thanks for watching, guys.